My topic was pasta. I'm always bringing in pasta for lunch. at school.
Pasta.
Mostly,
Sorry.
mostly leftovers from dinner. But
Do you
yeah,
eat pasta
I'm a
every
huge
night?
fan of pasta.
What's
No,
your
not every
favorite
night.
style of pasta?
Probably the ravioli with meat and cheese, and also spinach.
Dude, my favorite, dude. Oh, man,
If you
I'm
can
super
get that.
hungry right now. Mine is chicken Alfredo. I guess that.
Oh,
Can't.
what noodle? The
Oh, noodle?
The fettuccine.
Yeah.
Yeah, see
I
if
don't
you
care.
can
Whatever
memorize all the
noodle you
names
got, as long as
to the
it's
noodles.
chicken.
I don't see a difference between them. I don't like pasta, so it all
There
just
you
kind of
go.
tastes the same
Yeah,
to me.
see, this
doesn't
guy
see
just doesn't know
shapes.
his
You don't like
pasta.
pasta?
I don't like pasta.
Dude, pasta's so good.
What?
I know. I will eat I eat ravioli, but that's because
pasta?
it's absolutely filled with cheese and has cheese everywhere. I think
Okay.
pasta.
What about like?
I had lasagna.
But are you
last
talking
night.
about like that Chef
What about?
Boyardee?
I like Chef Boyardee. I do.
No.
What about mac and cheese?
I eat Kraft mac and cheese. I don't eat quality mac
Ew,
and
man,
cheese.
Kraft mac and cheese is
Kraft.
terrible.
Kraft is
I like
the
whole
worst.
foods.
Will has the worst experience with pasta. No wonder he doesn't like it.
Yeah, no
He's
wonder.
out here
I
eating
Kraft-
Chef Boyardee's.
I love Kraft
Chef
mac and
Boyardee.
cheese. I think the expensive stuff isn't as good. I think that's
No,
where
it's
pasta
so
goes
much
wrong.
better.
The more
I
expensive.
think
Come on.
expensive
Will.
meat is better than cheap meat, but pasta really goes wrong. As you go.
I've had some quality pasta in my life.
Like what?
One time, this is at the beach.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And,
Sand
Beach pasta.
No, it was like this really, really fancy restaurant. And it was like a really, so you know it's fancy and expensive when it's like a tiny
it's on the
amount.
beach. Oh,
when
yeah.
it's like when you get like a little amount of food.
Yeah.
It was lobster Alfredo ziti. And it was really
How much did it-
it was
did it-
so good. It was like it was like a bowl that was
Oh,
like
what?
not that big. It was tiny, but it was really, really tasty.
Yeah, see, the thing about pasta
I don't
is
get
like,
that.
it's mostly really cheap.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
true. Pasta's a very cheap thing to make.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's also really good. Like,
And you
as
can,
a
like, you
runner,
can, like, add
I have to
anything in
eat
there.
a lot of pasta. It's pretty healthy, too. So,
Yeah, you can like add anything.
You know what else is cheap?
What?
Ramen noodles.
Would that be pasta? Would you
I don't-
consider a ramen noodle
I-
a pasta noodle?
Low
okay,
budget
that's
pasta.
a soup. Soup has pasta in
love
it, but
ramen
it's not.
noodles.
You can't call it
What
pasta.
about
I will
chicken?
eat ramen every
See,
single day. If
I don't like ramen noodles.
I know that you don't.
I'm not a fan of ramen.
I
like
respectfully disagree.
And I disrespectfully disagree with you. It's like, I don't know, man. I like ramen noodles, man. I like the chicken flavor. Put a little salt and pepper in there.
I feel like anybody who likes ramen noodles
Ow.
is like really lucky because it's such a cheap food. It's very easy to make.
Yeah.
And it fills
It
you
also
up.
has like no nutrients.
It's
in
just
it.
not
So what are
very-
you
Well-
really gaining?
Yeah.
It's like no, but see the other thing is though, people will buy like packages of ramen noodles when they could buy like rice and beans, and like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's probably like a very equivalent price, and they could buy like flour and like bread probably.
Yeah,
and
but
eggs.
it takes
and
a
like
lot more work.
Yeah.
that's
You're
true.
right.
Wait,
People are
you're
lazy.
talking about one
That's
pack?
true.
One pack of ramen noodles is the
It's
same
not-
price as eggs.
No, no,
fries.
no. Like, but like for the amount of money, people will just eat ramen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
And like for that money you're putting into ramen, I feel like you could put it into equivalently cheap foods.
Well,
but,
ramen
like,
is
that are
99 cents.
much
so
more
You can say whatever
but
you
tasty.
want.
Time is money, friend.
Time is money, man, Forrest.
So
I don't know.
If
Rice
anyone
does
gets
not
that
take long to
reference.
cook.
Dude, rice is
Also,
good, man.
ramen tastes better than rice.
Okay.
Depending on the rice.
I don't know. I
Rice?
mean, wait a minute.
You can rice is another universal food,
Yeah.
just like pasta.
You
There's
can
a
add
reason.
anything.
You can add anything.
Yeah.
To it.
there's
Rice
a
and
reason
steak.
people in Asia
rice and steak is good.
eat rice with nearly everything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a very labor-intensive crop.
It is a very elaborate. I know that.
But they choose it over everything else
because it's very
because
filling.
it's amazing.
And they eat it with
Rice
chopsticks.
Because you don't have
really
to eat
is.
very much to feel full, right?
Yeah, it's carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they eat it with chopsticks, which is very impressive.
I'm good, dude. Are you good at chopsticks?
I'm,
Yeah, I
no,
can use chopsticks.
I'm really good at chopsticks.
no,
I'm a
dude.
pro.
I just use a fork.
I'm-
Or like I'll take the chop. Like
I'm so
I went to this Chinese restaurant one time.
Yeah, okay.
And like I thought they like give you forks and stuff,
But only chopsticks.
but it was only chopsticks. So like
So you stab it.
yeah, I had sesame chicken. So I was and I don't. Yeah. It's pretty sad. That was embarrassing. It's like
See, you're
everybody,
embarrassed.
That right there.
Everybody
Looking
else,
at you.
yeah, dude, everybody else there was just like, oh,
That's
doing the little chopstick stuff, and like I'm just like,
that's something I think should be illegal.
yeah,
You should not stab with a chopstick.
Oh, got it.
I think yeah.
It's just
yeah, man,
I'm all about eating food like the traditional way, so I love chopsticks.
I chopsticks are like a really solid utensil. You know,
easy to make.
they're like they're kind
They're
of
easy to
cool.
make.
They're kind
Yeah.
of neat. You know.
yeah.
Mhm.
Imagine if you had a bowl of rice and you were in the woods. Would you make a fork or chopsticks?
No.
I mean,
I'll just
depending
take
how
the
hungry
bowl.
I am, I would probably
I'll
just
probably use my hands.
hands. Yeah.
Well,
Also, I don't
You
know
know
where
what
you'd
I
find
mean.
a bowl.
You know
of
what I
rice.
mean.
Is the most universal eating utensil.
Because a chopstick, you only got 2. You got 5. With
Yeah.
a hand. I'm just saying.
Like, I understand what you're saying. I just don't
Yeah,
see
yeah,
how
I
that
mean,
situation
you got to
would
hold
ever
the
arise.
bowl, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know, okay, I don't like spaghetti.
Force.
I agree.
What?
I like meatballs, but I don't like spaghetti.
No, I don't like spaghetti at
Man,
all.
spaghetti.
see,
is good.
spaghetti's a thing.
I like spaghetti with Parmesan in it. Oh man. Mix it
If
up.
you get like
a
again the
little
Chef
bit.
Boyardee spaghetti, which is really bad.
Oh my god.
Wait, does Chef Boyardee make
I think it's
spaghetti?
better
Yeah.
than.
I didn't know that.
It's
Yeah.
terrible,
Professionally
dude.
made
I don't even know.
spaghetti.
I don't know
That's
why-
another thing. Why would you buy like Chef Boyardee spaghetti when you can just buy like tomato paste and pasta and it'd be like $3?
It's cheaper. It's easier to make.
It's
Is it
just no.
though?
It's for lazy people.
You can just boil the noodles and then put the sauce on it, and it'll take like 10 minutes.
Yeah, some people don't want to do that, as opposed to just like microwaving a bowl of Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
Plus, you know the Chef Boyardee cans, they follow you home.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
That was an old. That was a good. That was a good.
That was a,
reference.
that was a, you know, there was a
I haven't
commer-
seen a commercial like that in forever. Though.
There was a commercial for Chef
exist
Boyardee
anymore.
where it was like the meaty ravioli or whatever, and when the
Huh?
kids ate it, they turned into monsters. Do you remember
What?
that? Do you remember that?
No.
I know what I'm eating when I get home.
And so, but that commercial used to scare me.
He said, "I know how to do that."
That commercial used to scare me a lot. But yeah, spaghetti is not my thing. And
I
Mr.
saw
Glover is
this.
eating spaghetti.
Are we talking about
Oh,
scary
spaghetti.
commercials right now? Because Puppy Monkey Baby.
I have no idea
Oh,
what you're talking
man.
about.
You don't
never
know?
seen that commercial?
No.
I hate
Seriously?
that commercial.
I haven't seen commercials.
What was that, Mountain
I don't
Dew?
watch TV really.
I've seen the. I
think it was Mountain Dew
Hey,
Kickstart.
this morning
Yeah,
I saw
Mountain
the
Dew
dumbest
Kickstart.
Super Bowl because like they were like, "Oh, this is a Super Bowl commercial. We're gonna preview it today."
mhm.
It was on like the Today Show, so I was like,
It's so funny that like happens.
yeah, and like
It's like
literally the commercial was
who's hyped for the commercial?
Yeah, and all this is all it was. It was Wendy's, right?
Mhm.
And they opened up. It was a big, huge refrigerator.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden you hear music and you see a little light in the background, and then it just walks to the light, and there's a guy with a dry cleaner. I mean, not dry. What am I talking about? Not a dry cleaner. One of those little hair dryers, and he's just
Blow dryer.
blow dryer. Yeah, that's what it's called. And he's just blow drying meat, and then they play that song "You're as Cold as Ice," and it's like
That's the whole commercial.
that was the whole commercial. I never got it. It was terrible. And even the anchors were like,
But you're thinking
"Oh,
about
it's,
it. You're thinking about it.
yeah, that's not gonna make me
Yeah,
like,
it
oh
makes
my
it-
god, I want a
we're
Wendy's
talking about it
burger
right
right
now.
now."
Yeah, I feel like
talking
if a
about it.
commercial sticks
Yeah, I know,
in your
but
mind,
it's like,
at
oh, I
all,
want a Wendy's
Yeah,
burger.
it works.
If you talk about a commercial, then it has succeeded.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, man, we just talked about those cans following you home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
God.
That's true.
Yeah, or that other one where it's like chicken noodle soup and it shows like this. You think it's a snowman? It's like, oh, this is really old. It's like when I was like 5. And there's like
I
a.
have no idea what you're talking about.
But it's like the Chef Boyardee crap or chicken noodle soup, and like it's like a snowman. They're like, honey, time for dinner or lunch. So then the snow.
Oh, I totally- I
Yeah,
do
the
remember that. I
snowman
remember
walks
that.
in there, and as soon as he takes a bite,
It, like,
all the
melts.
snow comes off. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
an old one.
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but have you ever seen a commercial for ramen? Because I haven't, and they're
I've
one of
never
like
seen one.
I want
No.
to say they're one of the most popular like college student foods.
Ramen doesn't need.
It doesn't need a commercial.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't.
It just exists. It's
'Cause
kind of like
It's a true G.
I wonder if when ramen was first brought to America, if it needed commercials or if it just gained a cult following.
I'll bet it just gained following,
That's
Well-
probably what.
and they just manufactured more and more and more, and it got cheaper and cheaper.
Look, ramen has a bad name now. Like when you think ramen, you think a brick of dry.
No,
noodles.
Okay, but
I've had
There's- yeah,
really
there's-
fancy nice ramen
There is
too,
the fancy ramen.
Yeah.
and I still don't like it.
I've never had fancy ramen.
do you
I've just
mean?
had ramen.
I don't like any ramen I've ever had.
all ramen I've
just
ever
gotta
had
say.
is delicious.
But yeah, at my house, we don't just make the cheap ramen. We make like fancy ramen, and I still am not a fan.
Force's
It's just
house like a
un-American.
creative episode of everything. Always talking about making sandwiches. Now you're making ramen.
We make a lot of interesting foods. Yeah.
This beast, I guess.
Have you guys ever had turducken? Turkey, duck, chicken, and
I've
pork
heard of that.
No.
I've
stuffed
heard of
inside
that.
each other.
Wait, I didn't
Is there
hear
any
about
pasta
the pork.
involved?
Nope, no pasta involved, thank God. But that's our go-to Thanksgiving food is a turducken.
Turducken. Damn, that was hard.
That's
That was a
interesting.
hardcore opener.
What was it? Loud.
I thought it.
What's the,
I thought it was like inconspicuous.
It worked.
What?
Go ahead.
Well, say what you're saying.
What's like the weirdest food you guys have eaten?
I feel like we talked about this already.
Oh yeah.
Have you?
No, maybe
I've
not.
got some weird foods. All right,
Alright.
so If anybody knows what balut is, it's a
Balut,
traditional
no.
Filipino. I don't want to say dish. It's like street food. So there's a person who bikes around in like a motorcycle, and he's got a little cooler on the back, and he goes around and he's screaming balut throughout throughout the countryside. This is like rural area too.
Balut.
In the middle of the night.
That's a balut.
And if you want any, you scream Pinoy if you're a man, or Pinay if you're a woman.
What is it? What is it?
It's like one of
What's
those.
the food?
Unhatched chicks
Oh.
in the egg.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Sometimes
How
cooked.
are they- are
Most
they
of the time it's
boiled?
cooked. Yeah.
Wait, so they just go around the countryside?
I've
yelling
seen
at
that. I know about that.
Yeah.
Have you eaten it?
it? Aw.
What did you think?
I
Not a fan.
was
No,
it the fact that you were eating like a fetus egg that disturbed
yeah.
you, or was it?
I mean, it
was
wasn't.
the
It didn't
flavor?
taste bad.
Right.
Like
And the bones
it
were
was
still
just
in it.
the
You just ate
thought.
it,
The bones are like soft,
and the feathers.
Oh.
and yeah, like some underdeveloped.
I can actually. I probably would do it.
You can get them
knowing
at
myself.
different stages of life. So like they'll be more developed or less developed.
Oh, that's weird.
It's yeah, but I mean everybody likes it there, so
Balut.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's weird.
That's
But
like,
it's weird to us, but it's probably not weird to them.
that's the equivalent of like at a baseball game, somebody screaming like "hot
Yeah, I was
dogs,
just-
get
I
your
was
hot
just
dogs."
gonna say that, yeah, I was
Like a
just
hot
gonna say
dog.
that.
hot dogs are actually pretty disgusting if you
Hot
think
dogs are
about
pretty
it.
gross.
I-
Yeah.
It's disgusting how they're made, and every time I see one of those videos where it
Like
shows
how
the
they make
giant
hot dogs.
warehouse, I just don't care. I still eat hot dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
It shows like pigs being thrown into a blender.
But see, I don't eat hot dogs very often, but I'm a big fan of bratwurst and like sausage.
bratwurst
yeah.
is delicious.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
good stuff.
Throw some onions.
You know what's better
mustard
than
on there.
bratwurst is knockwurst.
I'm
If you've
getting
ever had
hungry
it,
right now.
What is that?
Knockwurst.
it's very similar to bratwurst, but it's
But it's nocturnal.
It's like the meat is less quality, but for some reason it tastes better.
Interesting.
What's up with you and lower quality stuff?
Yeah,
tasting
Okay,
bad?
okay.
I love Kraft mac and cheese.
So I think I've had expensive foods, and I just
Sure.
don't enjoy them as much as cheaper foods. I think people think too much about the preparation. They put
Well-
too much like
No, but okay, but there's some things that are cheap and good.
Yeah.
Like I could get a good apple for 50 cents. You know,
Will belongs in
True.
like the
I could
19
get some. I could get some like really good pasta. We're bringing
Yeah.
back the pasta. I could get some good pasta cheap. You know, if you make it yourself. You can make a lot of really foods that people consider gourmet yourself for cheap.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Will belongs in like the 1920s when microwave dinners were being served in
Just
like
getting big.
diners.
Yeah.
I think I
think
would
you'd love
do
that.
very well.
Well, you
I
know, the
would be-
thing is,
yeah.
a lot of food is still microwaved in a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
Yeah, well-
go to any.
Watch an episode of Hell's Kitchen.
At least it's not
Kitchen
openly
Nightmares.
Kitchen
advertised.
Chef Ramsay.
as
I think
microwaved.
I would be very happy just eating like just going to a 1950s diner and having a milkshake and a burger every single day for the rest of my life.
Burgers are good.
Burgers are
But the
good.
milkshake just tops
I really
it off.
wish
Milkshakes are really good.
wish there were more of those like restaurants where you eat in your car, whatever those are called.
Oh, like
I don't like
Sonic
No, I don't
or
eat in
something?
my car.
I don't
No
like
food.
those.
There's no food allowed in my car.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. How
I
long is
don't
that
know,
gonna
it just
last,
sounds
though?
like a nice
No,
experience.
Is that a
Forever.
resolution? It's like that.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Because I bet you're gonna break that.
Nope.
You're gonna be so hungry one day, and you're gonna go to like, you're gonna be like, man, I really
but
wish I had some
watch him, like,
peanuts. or
watch him take
something."
one
Will
step
has like a
outside.
really nice car. Like
does
when
have
you're
a
talking
nice
about a
car.
1997 Camry, which is what I have, like I don't care. The seats are already screwed up.
People have tried to eat in my car before. I don't let them.
Okay. What about drink?
Water's fine.
Yeah, what, do you have like leather seats or something?
I don't have. No, I have cloth
Okay.
seats.
What if somebody spills water like all over your dashboard?
It'll dry.
They're like, whoa.
I'd be pretty upset.
Yeah, in my car, I'm always finding like 10-year-old French fries. From yeah, yeah.
Do you
I
bite 'em? Do you
inherited
eat 'em?
it
You're
from
like-
my great grandmother.
But see,
so.
if nobody had eaten in that car 10 years ago, it wouldn't be there. It'd still be clean.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
what I'm
There's
saying.
other reasons why cars get dirty.
Like what?
Yeah.
Well, not if you clean
You
them
bring
every
in like
shoes.
Clean 'em every
I
month,
said-
they won't get
Yeah,
dirty.
shoes.
just like the age, you know, like you just stuff deteriorates. I don't know.
But I mean, I clean my car, the interior, like once every 2 months probably.
really,
Yeah, so
I've never cleaned my car on the inside.
You've never cleaned your car.
Well,
That's,
once
like,
when I got
painful.
it because
That's
it was like
painful for me to hear.
insanely dirty.
It was
Then
dirty when
after
you
that-
bought it. They
Well,
didn't
no,
even clean it
no,
after
I
you?
inherited it from my great
Oh,
grandmother.
okay,
So
okay.
Huh.
yeah, she left me a mess.